We have a mystery deer blind deer stand that was just put in the middle of our property that's not ours. So y'all know we just bought a little over 26 acres in Arkansas. We've been exploring all the time. We're up there pretty much every weekend. So 2 weeks ago, my husband and I went out by ourselves and we were just checking out the property, just enjoying it, honestly, buying some materials, all that. Well, this past weekend, we wanted to go out there and we were showing our friends the property where the creek splits off, where the kids can play, where we have like pastures and clearings, and like asking them where would be a good spot for a deer blind, all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden we're walking and boom, smack dab in the middle of our 26 acres, no confusion of fence line, nothing like that, like straight up in the middle of our 26 acres, there is a brand new, like looks like they just took the tags off, deer blind, deer stand up in the tree. And I'm like, what is going on? This is not ours. I did not give anyone permission to be on my property. So we wrote a note, put the note there. I'm hoping someone responds, but also I know opening day is Saturday. We have a ton of deer, bucks, all the things. There's a ton of them on our property, really good size too. So like, I get it. I get why you'd want to hunt on there. Me too. That's why I'm trying to learn. But also, stay the hell off my land. This is not how I wanted to come into a new town, new county, whatever, but like, I paid for it. It's mine. Why would you have the balls to go into the middle of somebody else's property and put up a whole deer stand? Some people are telling me finders keepers, you should just keep the deer stand. Some people are saying leave a phone number, let them call, give them the benefit of the doubt. Some people are saying I would cut it up and leave it on your front porch, like on the outside of your gate. I don't know. We just opted for leaving the phone number. We're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But after that, you get one chance. And that is it. Do not come onto my property. So now I got to order a whole bunch of private property signs and get purple spray paint. So stay tuned for the update. Here's a little mini update. We did some Facebook sleuthing, potentially know who it is, but we don't go back up there till tomorrow. So let's just go with the map and I'll show you what we found out. Okay. So here's our property. And then there's where we found the deer blind, right? This is some old people that own the exact same amount of land as us. We have talked to them. They're nice people. Well, right here, if you see these little lines, that's where we found cattle probably a week and a half ago when there was no deer stand. So we reached out to the old people because there's a break in the fence right here. They said, no, it's not their cattle, but they're going to reach out to good old Mr. R here. Now, Mr. R has a landlocked piece of property, assuming for hunting, we saw a deer stand and like a feeder on there, but I don't know how he accesses it because there's no easement here. I don't know if there's an easement through the investor here or through the people that own like the thousands of acres around us. I'm not sure, but I know that on contract, we made sure there's no easements and the previous owner didn't let anyone hunt or have any access to the property. So there should be no one on here except for us or anyone we allow on the property. So I think Mr. R knew that the previous owner did not live here full time. And so he had been hunting here for a hot minute. And then we buy the property and we don't live there full time because our Texas house hasn't sold. So I'm thinking that he has been doing this for a hot minute. This is normal for him. A little frustrating because, sir, you own land literally right here. Just hunt on your land, please. But we did also notice there is a above ground pool ladder, the ones that go like this, and it's straddling our fence. All in this area. So something fishy's going on and we go back up tomorrow night and I'll give y'all a more in-depth update, but here's a little map for now so y'all know kind of what I'm talking about. Okay, super fast, kind of mini deer blind update. So we were at the property yesterday. We went to go get the SD card from the trail cam and we were only there maybe 20 minutes, just got back inside our actual house from being back in the woods. And we come back and all of a sudden, Mr. D, who is another neighbor and friends with Mr. R, if you've been following along, you know who Mr. R is. So Mr. D comes up, starts, just shooting the shit, asking, basic stuff. And then he's like, oh yeah, I was going to go squirrel hunting this morning, but, had to go run errands and had other plans and blah, blah, blah. Then he starts asking, when are y'all going to be here full time? How often y'all coming up? Got any more deer or buck on the trail cam recently? And then he goes, what kind of cams are you using? And I'm like, huh? And mind you, he can see the cams that we have in the front. And when we first met him, we're like, yeah, we're out here putting out a whole bunch of cameras. Kind of just to let people know, like, you're on camera when you're on our property. And so then he started asking questions about the trail cams, all this kinds of stuff. Then he started making comments about Mr. R and Mr. R's land and hunting with Mr. R and finding some real good buck up in y'all's similar property. And I'm like, something fishy going on here. I think that Mr. D came along, tried to get any bit of information he could from us to go run back and tell Mr. R. I don't think it's Mr. D who's doing the hunting on our property, simply because he's super old and I don't think he'd be able to go and put the stand up and take it down and do all those things without being seen or heard or caught or any of that. And his land doesn't have any bordering or any access close to ours unless he's entering from Mr. R's land. So that's kind of the update, but we're headed back to the property. We are going to go put locks on all of the trail cams and go from there.